Watch it guys, it's Friday the 31st of March. The weather's a bit inclement, but I'm back on the bank. You find me back on Watergate Lake, part of the Ratfin and Watergate Farm complex. I'm down here till Sunday, and I saw on Facebook earlier this morning a couple of nice fish came out last night stroke this morning. So a couple of fish have been out, I'm not sure where. By the time I got down here about 10:30, there was no one left fishing, so I couldn't ask anyone what the state of play was, where the fish have been showing, where they've been caught from. So I had a walk around the lake in the rain. I couldn't see anything. I've not spotted any signs of fish. The wind is coming from a westerly, and it's going to be pretty strong and hefty and rainy all weekend. And so sort of with that in mind, in fact I haven't seen anything, I've gone into swim number 1. I've fished it many times before. It means the wind's coming from behind the bivvy, a little bit of comfort, so that's a little bit of the deciding factor for where I've gone. Obviously if I'd seen fish showing in a particular area, I would have gone in that area, but I didn't. So a bit of comfort, a bit of like better the devil you know, and I'm set up. Managed to get the bivvy up in a break. It stopped raining for a little while. I've got the bivvy out of the car, came up, set it all up, managed to get everything in the dry before the rain started again. And I'll have a look at the forecast in a bit with you guys, but it's not looking good. I'm gasping for a cup of tea. I'm going to get the kettle on, have a brew, and then I'll catch up with you in a bit and tell you what baits I'm using, etc, etc. So I'll see you in a bit. Watch you guys, so I've been confined to the bivvy. It's been absolutely hammering down. The wind's been picking up some strong gusts now and again. So what I thought I'd do is share with you the weather. We'll have a look together, see what the forecast is for the weekend. I know it's not good, but you might find it interesting just to see it yourselves. So let's have a look on the old faithful BBC weather app. So today, strong winds and rain. So we've got 46 mile, well, gusts of 46 mile an hour winds at the moment. 99% chance of rain. Now basically, going through the night, the wind's going to die down later, hopefully. Still maintaining the westerly, but it doesn't look like that rain is due to stop at any time soon. Yeah, 8% chance of rain through most of the night, and then into tomorrow the wind's switching around from a westerly to a northwesterly, or slight northwesterly. Still raining, still 80% chance of rain, and moving around to more of a northerly, the wind by tomorrow afternoon, and then hopefully the rain will die down. So there we are, there's the forecast, and it's going through the night. Yeah, it's going very much a northerly all night, less chance of rain, and then it's almost a northeasterly come Sunday morning, and I'll be packing up sort of midday on Sunday, but hopefully in the dry according to this. So there we go, that's the forecast. Not looking good. It's pretty grim out there at the moment. And yeah, like I say, it has just died down just as I pressed record on the camera. So maybe what I'll need to do is just keep pressing record on the camera every time it rains, and it'll stop for us. But anyway, there's a catch up, there's the weather, and I'll see you in a little while. Watch guys, just about 5:30. Nothing to report, nothing on the rods. I've not seen nothing, I've not heard nothing. Lots of rain, lots of wind, lots of rain, lots of wind, and so on and so forth. Little break in the weather, still a little bit breezy, but a little bit of a break in the rain. So I thought I'd get the camera out so you can look outside looking in and see the bivvy. But yeah, so nothing to report. I've had a little bit of lunch, I've had some cups of tea, etc., a couple of snacks. What I have done while I've been sitting here is I've tied up several rigs ready for the session, and also got some PVA mesh bags all ready to go. And yeah, that's about it. I can't really do a lot more. I'm in and ahhing. I probably won't even bother recasting the rods tonight. I might just leave them where they are, leave the swim nice and settled, and see if I see any signs of fish showing. If I get lots of knocks or twitchies, then I may redo them, refresh the baits, reset the rigs, get them back out there. But they've not been touched, not even by the troops of tufties that are out there. There's loads of tufties out there at the moment. They keep drifting over. They've not been an issue so far. I have scared them off a couple of times with the tufty torch, but at the moment they're not bothering me, and I like it like that. So if those picking the baits up, then I'd be concerned they may, eventually tear the bait off the hair, but I've not got to contend with that just yet. Yeah, so fingers crossed we get some action that's not of the feathered variety, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But still only me and Mark, the other fella, who turned up on the lake at the moment. He's got a friend, he said, is coming down later, so it should be another person on. But yes, quite quiet considering it's a Friday, but I'm not complaining. Anyway, I'm gonna have another cup of tea and I'll catch up with you guys again in a little while. So I'll see you in a bit. Evening guys, just about 6:30. Charlie's just doing the rounds and he's just telling me about the fish that came out last night, straight this morning. I think it's £23 common and a £29 mirror or £28 mirror. So yeah, a couple of nice fish. Hopefully they're still on the munch. Not a million miles away from me where these fish were, but not exactly where I am. But it's, there or thereabouts. I've not seen anything, not heard anything still, but I'm getting my dinner on the go. So I've got a sweet and sour chicken with egg fried rice from the Co-op, and that is just cooking in here. So give that some time to warm up, then I'm going to tuck into that. In the meantime, I've got my cup of tea. Obviously, and if it happens, I'll let you know. But I'll show you this one is ready as well. But it smells pretty good. Anyway, see you in a bit. Okay guys, let's have a look, see how the sweet and sour chicken's coming on. Oh yes, looking good. Smells lush. Right, I'm going to get tucked into this and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay guys, right end rod, OG fish. It's lovely 21.5 pound common. Absolutely immaculate. What a fish. Got a right old floppy tail, gave a right old tussle. I'm over the moon. 21.5 pound Watergate common. Absolutely made up. I'll show you the other side, but yeah, happy days. Here we go guys, so there he is, the other side, 21.5 pound, right end rod, like I say, about 12:30 at night on the OG fish on a wafter. In fact no, it's a bottom bait. It's got a right old crinkle tail, this one. Yeah, bit of a character. So yeah, I'm going to put him back, get the rod back out there and see if we can get another one. Who knows, but I'm made up. Very, very happy. Anyway, I'll put him back and I'll see you in a little while. Good morning. So, I'm confined to the bivvy once more. As you can probably hear, it is peeing it down. And yeah, it's pretty grim outside. And it's been like that pretty much all night. The wind died down during the night. It's still breezy, but it's nothing like the wind we had yesterday. And although I think it might pick up again in a bit. But yeah, so the weather conditions are pretty grim. I woke up this morning just before, well, just as it was getting light, to a left down rod, was away, pulled up nice and tight, got my boots on, gone to the rod. As I was going to the rod, it dropped back down a couple of inches, but anyway, round down, leaned into it and thin air, and then when I looked up I saw an armada of tufties in the area, so I can only imagine it was them that were causing the indication. But it got me up, got me out of bed. Now I've repositioned that rod. It was over towards the inlet pipe, sort of on the right hand bank in front of me. I've moved it to the spit, and near the willow tree that hangs off the spit on the left hand side. So I put it over there, out of the baiting pole this morning in the rain, which wasn't very pleasant, but it's out there. Now, as you'd have seen last night, about 12:30, I had that lovely crinkly tail 21.5 pound common, absolutely made up. That was on the right hand rod. That was on the OG Fish bottom bait with a nice long hook length. Very happy with that. That went off. And now I'm wondering, should I have repositioned my middle rod? You guys comment in the comments below what you'd have done. I was playing the fish last night, middle rod, went to the top, stayed there, and I was playing the fish. I thought, well, I'll get it away from that line, and I gave some strain the other way, came back, bobbin went down 2 inches, so it's went up 3 inches, gone down 2 inches, so it's still sitting an inch high, but I've got back lids on, so I've left it, partly because it was raining, and partly because it is a bit of a faff getting it all back out there, and I didn't want to do it unnecessarily. Now, part of me thinks, should I have changed it? Should I have put it back out because it got hit by that fish? Or did that fish hit in the line, was it enough to move the lead? I'm not convinced it was enough to move the lead. Like I say, the bobbin went up, came back down. Not sure. I could live to regret it, but obviously the only way I'll know is if it goes off. And as you can hear, it's absolutely torrential out there at the moment, so I'm going to sit on it for the time being, have a cup of tea, and yeah, just keep an eye out. I have seen a fish further down towards the left down bank off the spit. There's some rushes that come out, and he was just past those. Yeah, it didn't look big, only looked like a stocky, but signs of fish nonetheless. We'll see what gives. Still got time on our side, and if there's a break in this weather, I think I will look at redoing the middle rod. I might even do the right hand rod, because I put that out in the dark. I wasn't entirely 100% sure where it went, even though I used the baiting pole. It was really hard to see in the dark. I think I might have to get some reflective tape on the back of the spoon so I can see it in the night time. That's where we are. I'm going to have a brew, and I'll see you in a little while. Okay guys, it's 12:30, and I was just about to say it's finally stopped raining, but I can hear it going again on the bivvy, but I think it's slowing down, so hopefully I'll be able to get out in a bit and redo the rods. I've been cocooned in the bivvy all morning, and once I've drunk this cup of tea that I've just poured, if it's dry, I'm going to redo the rods, and what I'll do is keep them in the same spots as they are currently, and the same rigs and same baits. So the right hand rod is the OG Fish, middle rod is Fruit and Nut, left hand rod is OG Fish. Rig rise, don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there you go. It's my usual setup of the doubled over section of rigidity on a choddy style hook with a hair, with a bit of silicone tube holding the air in place, and that's onto coated braid, soft braid, so it's not stiff, so, and a loop at the end with a anti-tangle sleeve just to connect to the quick change clip. So yeah, that's what I'm fishing, and that's what's produced the goods so far. So I'm going to get these set up, The rain's starting to get a bit heavier, that's ominous. But anyway, I'm going to get the rigs, put the baits on, get them set up ready, and drink my tea. Hopefully the rain will go again. I'll get the baits out and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Afternoon guys, just getting on for 2 o'clock. It has stopped raining. The wind's shifted round, started blowing in my face, which is a bit unexpected. It's meant to be a northerly, which is meant to be coming from me left to me right, but it's more of a northeasterly, easterly at the moment. Anyway, it's not too strong. It's not going to cause me any issues at the moment. If it starts picking up like it did yesterday, I might be in trouble with the door facing it. But at the moment, it's all fine. Just cooking myself a Chicago Town pizza as a little snack. As it stopped raining, I have redone the rods, all back in the same spots, all back on the same rigs and baits, just to freshen up really, just to make sure. Like I say, there was a chance the middle rod got nudged last night when I was playing that common last night. It's been playing on my mind since, but I feel happier now. It's all completely reset, and yeah, nice fresh baits on, and yeah, I'm happy with how everything is looking. So what I have done while the rods are in, before I put them back out, I went round the side, round the bay on the opposite bank, took my bait bucket round there and put a spread of Parker Baits pellets, both the fish and the fruit and nut, and the crumbed up boilies, again fish and fruit and nut. A nice spread, and plus the odd sort of boilies I just squished down just to, you know, make them a bit flat so they float down, sit on top of the silt out there. Yeah, so it's quite a lot of bait for me. I normally just do a little bit of crumb, you know, rely on what's in the bag and in the baiting spoon when it goes out, just like a little handful. I almost fish like a solid bag amount at a time. That's what I'm thinking. Let me just check the pizza. Yeah, that's done. So what I'm thinking with the baiting is, if the fish are on the munch, which I think they are, using the smaller particle, sort of the pellet and the crumbed boilies, plus the odd whole boilie that I've squished down, just enough out there, or enough out there to keep the interest going. So if a fish comes in, hopefully keeps them rooting around long enough to make a mistake, pick up my hook bait, but also maybe attract some other fish in while they're mooching around. In an ideal world, you want to get 2 or 3 fish in there at the same time competing for the food. That's when they're more likely to make a mistake and pick up your hook bait. So we'll see what happens tonight. I've gone home with a fish under my belt regardless, which is really nice, really happy about that. So yeah, I thought I'd just try something a bit different, just see if it gets them moving, get some feeding, and see if we can get some carp in the area. But fingers crossed, we'll see if they play ball. It'd be nice to start seeing some signs of them and getting some liners and etc, etc. But we'll wait and see, and obviously I'll keep you informed. In the meantime, I'm going to tuck into this bad boy, the old Chicago Town pizza, done in Ridge Monkey. And if you do these in yourself, just put a little bit of water in the pan before you close the lid up, and it helps steam the pizza and cook it all over rather than just at the bottom. So a little tip for you. Anyway, I'm going to tuck into that. I'll see you in a bit. Good evening guys, it's just gone 6 o'clock. I thought I'd do a quick update. Not a lot to report really. Nothing's happened on the rods. I had a single bleep on the left hand rod. Thought it might go, but it didn't. Apart from that, it's been very, very quiet. On the weather front, the rain has held off. The wind has shifted round. It was coming towards the bivvy, it was coming this way. It's now going that way, which is how I was expecting it to be. No action. We've still got time on our side. Still got a night, and well, at least tomorrow morning. I've got all day booked tomorrow on here, but I'll probably go home about lunchtime. So I've got a little bit of time on my side. Fingers crossed we get another chance. But yeah, update done. I'm going to get back into bivvy. It's a bit chilly out here in this wind, and think about my tea. And I think I've got a chicken Penang with the sticky rice. So I'm looking forward to that. It's already on my mind, so I might get into that sooner rather than later. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, a couple of weeks ago I done an upload and I was giving away this pack of the Parker Baits Pellet It's the micro pellet. It's got a mixture of different sizes, different types of pellet in there, perfect for your PVA bags. And I asked you to comment in the comments section how many fish I caught on the previous video, and the answer was 8 fish. So I had quite a few entries, and I've put all the names into my phone, and I put them onto this app, and it's a spin the wheel app. So we'll have a look and see who is going to win. And so it's all set up. Got all the names on there. Okay, don't know if you'll be able to see them on there, but all the people that said the right number are on there. So here we go. I'm going to spin the wheel and see who wins. Let's see what it says. That's it, yep. And the name on here is Paul Hyam. So Paul, you're the winner of this bag of pellet. Congratulations. So if you contact me, contact me on Facebook, find me on there, send me a personal message, and we'll swap some details. I'll get your address and let me know where I need to send this to. So thanks everyone for entering, and well done to Paul for winning. And yeah, get in touch and I'll get this out to you as soon as I can, mate. So yeah, well done. Anyway, so thanks to Parker Baits for giving me this to give away to you guys. And yeah, hope they bring you some success, Paul. Morning guys, first light, kettle's on, and not a lot to report, unfortunately. I've had a few bleeps on the rods, but nothing that felt like any sort of action, any activity. Just the odd beep, you know. So yeah, not a lot. I've had sort of enough to sort of get me a head up, doing the old meerkat bit, looking around, and yeah, but soon get back in the bag and pull the bag over my head. Had a bit of rain in the night, and the wind was turning into the door, so I did shut the door for a little while just to stop the drizzle from coming in, and also just to prevent the wind from getting under the peak of the bivvy. There's a few odd gusts, but that's it really. That is the morning. So I'm just making a cup of tea. I'm going to sit here, fingers crossed. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to reposition the rods or anything. They're going to stay out there now, probably until I go. I'm going to leave the swim nice and settled, and fingers crossed we can trip another one up before we leave. But if not, I've had a nice time. Even though the weather's been absolutely grim, you know, I've sort of enjoyed it, hunkered in my bivvy. It's been quite nice and cosy and relaxing. So yeah, whatever happens, I'm going to go home happy. Would be nice though, I'm not lying. It would be nice to eke another one out, but we'll see what happens. And obviously you'll be the first to know if anything does. So I'll see you in a bit. In the meantime, I'm going to have my brew. I'll see you later. Okay guys, just gone 11 o'clock. Nothing at all's happened on the rods. Not a bleep, no twitches, no knocks. I've not seen a fish, not heard a fish. The wind is now coming straight into me. It's an easterly wind. It's got quite a bite to it. I think maybe with that and the rain we had last night, maybe it's turned a bit chilly, cooled the water down maybe turned the fish off a little bit. So that's my excuse, but I'm going home happy. I've had a fish, and that's the main thing. Yeah, very happy with that one, the 21.5 pounder, old crinkly tail. And I was talking to Charlie about that, and I think he said the fish is 35 years old. It's one of the originals in here. It's a very old, very old fish. So yeah, one of the characters that resides in this lake. There's plenty of them in here, so if you ever get the chance to come down, there's a lot of stunning fish in here, and I'd thoroughly recommend it. It's not easy, and not only that, once you get them on the line, they do pull. These fish fight like, well, I don't remember fish fighting like this in any other lake I've fished. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to start slowly packing the gear down. The camera's going away first, and if it happens, I'll get it back out and show you guys, but I don't think it's going to. So I'm going to pack the camera away, slowly start packing the gear down, and then get off home. So, hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If it's the first time you're watching my videos, please subscribe. You won't miss out on any others, and maybe check out some of my back catalogue and you know, see some of the fish I've caught, some of the venues I've fished. But yeah, click the subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, you know, thumbs down. Write a comment in the comment section. I'll always try and get back to you if I can. And yeah, until next time, be lucky.